Jay-Z just got caught red-handed and exposed by his own friend. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I put money on what the weather is gonna be every day on Kalshi. I check the weather app when I wake up. And really all I do is I look at what the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. Then I go on Kalshi and place a prediction on what I think the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. I'll say probably 7 out of 10 times my weather prediction hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit. But if you wanna get paid by predicting weather on a daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code FLACO to get $10 on your first deposit. This confession from Jay-Z's good pal, Michael Eric Dyson, confirms what we've all known for years, which is Jay-Z is a despicable, diabolical hater who is spiteful and vengeful behind the scenes. And we have accused Jay-Z of doing this in the past. We have accused Jay-Z of blackballing, such as calling TMZ and asking TMZ to report a negative story on Colin Kaepernick so the world can forgive Jay-Z for signing to the NFL. Jay-Z has been a hater behind the scenes for years, but they call us crazy. They say Jay-Z is too busy to hate on anybody. He's too busy to be spiteful, vengeful. Jay-Z is like the Black Messiah. But this confession from his good friend Michael Eric Dyson has exposed Jay-Z. So this conversation starts when Michael Eric Dyson has issued multiple public statements and videos showing support for Drake during this Kendrick Lamar battle. Michael Eric Dyson was on Stephen A. Smith podcast like last year or so, and he spoke about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. Now, Michael Eric Dyson doesn't take away anything from Kendrick Lamar, but what he actually touches on, while still giving credit to Kendrick Lamar, is this narrative that Drake is not black enough, that Drake is not like us.
But as we sit here and talk about race, my last question to you would be race relations of a different ilk. And that is alluding to a beautiful article that you wrote in the Philadelphia Citizen that I have right in front of me. If you're looking for it, go to the philadelphiacitizen.org to find this article entitled, "Why Kendrick versus Drake," as in Kendrick Lamar versus the one and only Drake, is a proxy war. The rap battle everyone is talking about is really about race, identity, Black/Jewish relations in this American moment. A Citizen exclusive from a best-selling author, an elite public intellectual. That man would be the one I'm talking to right now, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. What incited you to write this article that was published May 15th, and you can catch it now, and what message did you want to get out there and disseminate to the masses?
See, I'm glad I'm talking to the great Stephen A. Smith, because in other fora, you know, I've had to hold my powder and be more balanced and so on. I'm pissed that Drake gets dismissed off the scene when he's been Drake for 15 years. And you act like you didn't know that. Now he's not really black. Oh, he was black when he's recorded more songs with Jay-Z than most of these rappers.
The irony of validating Drake's belonging into the culture by using Jay-Z, while Jay-Z himself believes that Drake is a culture vulture and he absolutely despises and hates everything about Drake.
Last time I checked, Jay-Z is real. He ain't fake. Challenging his racial identity, saying he's a culture vulture when he's when he's a black man. He's from Canada. He ain't real. Idris Elba is from the UK. People still love him on The Wire. So why is it that being outside of our geography, outside of our nationality, raises suspicions about Drake? Now, you can debate the war between Kendrick and Drake in terms of, you know, the quintuple, entendres that Kendrick Lamar unleashes. Kendrick Lamar is a brilliant rapper and a formidable foe, but so is Drake. And what he's done to expand the horizon of hip hop is underestimated, even artistically, I'm saying. People, well, he goes into one style and he does that. And he goes over to UK drill and he does that. He goes over to bounce music, he does that. He goes to the Caribbean, he does this. Why are you looking at a positive as a negative? Cinco de Mayo just passed. They had a special Cinco de Mayo a celebration for Jay-Z in Cinco de Mayo, because Jay-Z has been attracted to Latino culture, speaking Spanish all through his music. And they had an entire program celebrating Jay-Z. Was Jay-Z a culture?
And don't forget OG Juan.
I mean,
don't forget OG Juan now, his brother, his right hand now. I mean,
come on, bro.
Juan Perez, I mean, please, come on now. We all know Juan.
And Desiree Perez, his wife.
That's right.
That is OJ Juan and the woman who runs his, Rock Nation. So the point is that is Jay-Z a culture vulture? No. We have to stop this narrow, punishing, pernicious, limited viewpoint about blackness. Yes, have a debate about who's the greatest. Have a debate about rhetorical skills. But let me tell you what, as Lupe Fiasco, no slouch as a rhetorician, and one of the greatest lyricists ever, said that he would put Drake slightly above Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, just French kiss. The brother is articulately breaking down how absurd the narrative that Drake is a culture vulture is. How absurd the narrative that Drake is this outsider who's not one of us. It's absurd. Now, would I say is rooted in colorism? Probably. Right? Drake being light skinned, I think definitely play into the narrative he's not one of us. Like, if Drake was the color of, I don't know, Idris Elba, and there was this narrative that he's not one of us, we'll say, huh? That's like what do you mean this dark-skinned brother ain't one of us? But because he's light-skinned, I think that plays a role in it. And again, Michael Eric Dyson is a light-skinned brother. So that may have played into his passion for this subject. Understandable. Now, I do think he's going a tad bit too far when you say that Drake is, a greater lyricist than Kendrick Lamar. I think Drake is a better artist, an overall artist. He's more diverse, has more tools than Kendrick Lamar, but a better lyricist, just pen to paper rapping ability, I won't go that far, okay? And you won't find a bigger Drake fan than me. But the brother continues, and he lays out a great argument that I don't think anybody can really argue with. He's not even arguing who won the battle. He's not even arguing if Drake is overall better than Kendrick Lamar. His point of argument here is irresponsible to say Drake is not one of us. It's irresponsible to try to validate or put somebody's blackness in court. I don't know how anybody can have a problem with this, but one person did have a problem with his defense of Drake. And I think we all know who that person is.
That's a minority position, but it's a very powerful one. He's saying that Drake got bars. So we miss Drake because of this other madness, the distorting impact, the metrics that we evoke, his being Jewish and white and not so-called black. So was Barack Obama a mixed race person. And my dear brother, I heard that he's a friend of both of ours. When we go into Breakfast Club all the time, Charlemagne the God called him, he said, this half Negro. And I want to say, Charlemagne, there's a lot of half Negroes out here who have done tremendous work for African-American culture, so that the name calling, the kind of ad hominem remarks, as opposed to a full-on embrace of the rhetorical diversity and splendor that is Drake. To me, that would be a fairer fight. Then we could make an estimation of what's going on. And in that piece, of course, I also talk about this being a proxy war for other issues that are out there. And we can talk about those another time, but dealing with the war in Gaza, dealing with DEI, dealing with Black excellence, dealing with rhetorical power, dealing with education, dealing with the colorism we see in our own communities, because there's no question that light, bright, almost white was a thing, is a thing, and we have to pay attention to that. At the same time, we know that Clarence Thomas is a dark-skinned Black man. We know that Candace Owens is a brown-skinned Black woman, and they are legitimately Black. I don't contest their Blackness. It's the moral content of their identities and their public policies that I would have a difference with. So I'm arguing, in this sense, for us to understand the power and the prolific character of a genius like Aubrey Drake Graham.
Beautiful. Again, just beautiful. The brother ain't even talking about a rap battle, man. The brother talking about this man's identity as a Black man being stripped away from him. Just a beautiful sentiment. I mean, I can't even argue with this. And please, man, and when I make videos like this, y'all love to put me in this stand war. Bro, this is not about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Can y'all please not make it about it, bro? If I go to this comment section and I see anything about Kendrick Lamar, I'm blocking you, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't got time to deal with this nonsense today, bro. Can y'all not be ignorant for one day, man? This has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. Please understand this, man. If I see Kendrick, bro, I'm blocked. Bye. Because at this point, y'all got to let this beef and rap battle go. This is about Drake's identity as a Black man. Now, after Michael Eric Dyson said this, he also did like other platforms. He also wrote a beautiful article about this. I would definitely ask you guys to go ahead and read that article. It's one of the best articles you'll ever read. So somebody give him a call. Jay-Z gave him a call. Spoiler alert. And I'm confused here. This man said something positive about Drake in a time where everybody is being negative towards Drake. And you know who gave him a call? Jay-Z. Jay-Z gave him a call to tell him like he disagreed. Now, I'll say that call was to check him about saying something positive about Drake. That call was to temperature check him. Hey, bro, we all supposed to be on the same page. We all supposed to slander Drake. You ain't get the memo? And I'm just so confused. If Jay-Z is supposed to be the OG of the industry, if he's supposed to be the OG of the industry, why are you making calls picking sides? If you're not vengeful, if you don't got a vendetta, if you're not spiteful against Drake, why are you making calls to gossip about this man and to talk about, hey, man, I disagree, bro. Nah, I don't believe. Why is Jay-Z so obsessed with Drake? And Michael Eric Dyson put Jay-Z on blast 100% and revealed that Jay-Z called to talk about him praising Drake too much.
Some people think, well, it ain't that serious, and that's not what's going on. My job as a scholar is to show you that stuff you didn't think was that serious might be a bit more serious than you think. I could be wrong, to be sure. So I don't say it with the kind of arrogance that some of my interlocutors on the internet have suggested. And let me tell you something. A very dear and good friend of mine disagrees with me bitterly. Well, I won't say bitterly, just aggressively and vigorously. His name is Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. Now, I don't usually talk about the conversations that Jay-Z and I have because that's between us. That's why we remain friends, because I ain't out here blabbing about what we talk about. But he hit me up and he vigorously disagreed with my particular position. He said it with dignity. He said it with respect. He articulated his ideal intelligently. I responded to him. We went back and forth for a minute, and I shared with him my essay, the 3,000 some word essay I wrote in the Philadelphia paper, where I break down what's going on between Kendrick and Drake. And he was respectful. What I love about Jay is that he's not arrogant, and he's got more reason to be arrogant than anybody we talking to, including myself, on this darn internet, and yet in social media. And yet he chose to be gracious, vigorous, clear, transparent about his disagreements, but he did not get nasty and vicious with me. So the point is that I'm saying we can disagree with each other and not be nasty. I understand a rap battle is a rap battle and you trying to exploit your opponent's, if it will, vulnerabilities. But in an age of social media, it hits different when you call somebody a pedophile or when you make arguments about domestic violence. I understand that. It hits different when it resonates in a cultural vacuum or in a cultural arena where the Me Too movement, the progressive ideas of misogyny and sexism and patriarchy have prevailed, where we are far more sensitive and culturally appropriately so aware of the various forms of hurt and pain that women have to endure, and that gender plays a role that we have historically ignored. All that is true.
Hearing about things like this kind of make you really, really consider theories like, oh, Jay-Z went out of his way to give Kendrick Lamar the Super Bowl instead of Lil Wayne to spite Drake. Now, obviously, Kendrick Lamar deserved the Super Bowl. I'm not going to argue there. But Kendrick Lamar was the most deserving. He was, like the most charted, most successful artist of that year. But do I believe that Jay-Z felt really, really, really good about the possibility that Kendrick Lamar would be screaming, like Drake's a minor at the Super Bowl? I think Jay-Z felt really good about it. I think Jay-Z was watching that Super Bowl, smiling, having a good time about it. And to me, this right here will sort of intensify the Stan wars because for years, the Stans, especially OVO Stans, have been told they are crazy, that Jay-Z don't get involved in these minuscule, petty games, that Jay-Z is above it all, that Jay-Z is too busy worrying about business than to worry about Drake. But now we know that's not true. Now we know Jay-Z is a stone cold hater. The worst type of human being you can ever be. You up $1 billion+ and you still worry about being vengeful and spiteful towards somebody who's not worried about you? What has Drake ever done to Jay-Z? No, think about it for a second. Outside of win, what has Drake ever done to Jay-Z? Jay-Z hates Drake because Jay-Z sees Drake as, as the inevitable person who's going to take over his throne. Jay-Z sees Drake as somebody, man, bro, he's gonna Like, he's undisputedly about to take my throne. Before this battle, it was an undisputed, undoubtable. At some point, Drake is going to be the greatest rapper of all time, the number one uno. Jay-Z is a hater and couldn't take it. To me, this right here proves it, yo. Making calls behind the scenes, trying to talk this man out of his opinion about Drake. Like, this is just sick, man. Now, if Michael Eric Dyson was commenting online and disparaging Kendrick Lamar, then maybe Jay-Z gave him a call and said, hey, man, yo, Kendrick, my little homeboy, I rock with him. But this man dropping an article and speaking about how Drake's blackness don't need validation demands a call from Jay-Z. Now, people is really upset about this. If you go to Twitter right now, people are really upset about this. One user says, why is Jay-Z calling anybody on behalf of Kendrick Lamar the most coddled, sensitive? Nah, come on, brother. I rock with Kendrick Lamar, man. Jay-Z is a bitch. Why are so many people talking about how Jay-Z contacts them if they say something he disagrees with? All right, come on, man. This is fact. So this confirms the whole Jay-Z Rock Nation working with TDE to try and take down Drake. It's crazy. This confirms a lot. That's a fact. Somebody says, why is Jay-Z so invested in Drake, but they call people crazy for pointing out the weird ish going on? Now, I'll be real. This right here used to be one of my favorite Twitter pages. Yo, I used to really love this Twitter page, and then they exposed like their political side, and I just can't rock with them no more, man. But yeah, like before, like the political stuff they used, like they got on that made me feel really uncomfortable. This Twitter right here, for one of my favorite Twitters, brought the facts for a lot. And then they just took a political stance and just all of a sudden started tweeting like just on some, yeah, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. That day, I felt betrayed when I seen like their political arc. Somebody says people like Joe Budden and Mark Lamont Hill will act clueless to Jay-Z obsession with Drake and his clear involvement in every attempted Drake takedown. They know the truth because they are a part of Jay-Z paid media. That's how you get 50-year-old with arthritis crip walking on a pod. Hey, man. You can no longer call people crazy for having these opinions, bruh. Jay-Z, and what I don't understand is Jay-Z has such a great legacy. It would be so easy for Jay-Z to just ride off in the sunset, man. It would be so easy for Jay-Z to just be a normal industry OG. But instead, Jay-Z decided to take on this path of just being an absolute weirdo. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another dope video, then click on this video right here to find out exactly how this Nelk Boy drama is really, really, really bad news. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. This Nelk Boy drama is something you don't want to miss. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. And click on the hype button below this video to send me a hype. I really appreciate it. Hypes are how you push my videos in the algorithm for me, so please send me a hype. I'm going to see you guys in this Nelk Boy video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.